Empire here. And yep, I'm kind of having trouble with YouTube for like my recording going. So I've been having to use this tablet lately. So it's only letting me go live instead of making my shorts. But yep, everything's been looking good. I have my tomatoes and stuff and a lot of stuff outside now. So everything's looking pretty decent. Of course, the herbs, sunflowers, the basil, the pepper plants, especially as y'all can see, everything's looking good. I got peppers everywhere. So yeah, right here, these are the Zapotecs that I still have going on. So the Zapotecs are looking pretty good. And I finally stopped being lazy and got the these are the midnight snacks. And the other ones are what are these? Purple Cherokee. So yeah, I still have those tomatoes going on. But yeah, appreciate that like by the way. But yeah, we got the time going on. I had cut a basil plant down to the minimum and I got that going pretty nice. But as far as the peppers, I mean these are probably like the weakest ones I have, which aren't really producing peppers just yet, other than the Guatemaladas. I definitely have to say Guatemaladas does a lot of producing. Because every Guatemala plant that I do have going out is actually producing peppers. So yeah, we got things going on. The Scully is looking good because the weather don't change. Everything's kind of heating outside. My Kahari melon, that's still looking pretty decent. Got a little bit of things going on over here. But as you see, another one pretty decent. Getting a lot of growth off of these. Then I have my purple flashes. They're growing. This right here, I can tell this is a fish pepper. My fish peppers have those white colored leaves. They're pretty. It's a different type of pepper. They're gonna have like a funny white and green stripe. So white and green stripe. So they're kind of like a different type of pepper. But right here, which one's this one? Okay, this is a sweet Spanish. So the sweet Spanish is already starting to produce peppers and stuff. So at the moment, I'm getting ready to transplant these after the first pepper actually grows. I'm not gonna let all of them grow just yet, but I will take at least one of those off of the sweet Spanish. Right here is the jalapeno hybrid, as you can see, and it's already trying to turn black. So we got that going on. That's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good. I think this one's the pepper X right here. Yep. And that already has one going on here. It looks like kind of like a bell pepper if you ask. That's sweet. It has a funny little shape to it. So yeah, it's looking pretty good. Everything is growing peppers, and I guess it's just because I've been doing this since January, and they were in smaller containers. So the smaller containers let them know that I guess we kind of outgrew the containers, so I guess it's time to fruit, but it's really not that time. Yeah, put everything outside, and as we go, we're gonna start transplanting them as we go through the season. Not everything's gonna be in these big containers, because these are peppers, and I'm growing tomatoes as well, so we're gonna kind of keep some space going on for that. This is either the Pequeños or either the Sweet Jolene, one of those two. That one's actually growing peppers right now, so everything's looking good on that. My blueberry plant, by the way, is actually getting some love. All blueberries. Potato plant is actually growing. There are plenty of my mustard greens down here. Oh, a kohlrabi is growing. You definitely tell a kohlrabi leaf out of everything. This one is the kohlrabi leaf. But yeah, this is the potato bush right here. I got plenty of potatoes growing. This is the black pepper that I've had growing in a little mid-sized container. And it's looking good. Look like it wants to produce some peppers. So I'm not, in no rush for anything. I'm just trying to experiment with the most. Like I said, the Buena Mulatas is definitely gonna produce peppers every time. I done tried two of them. They're not hot yet, so I guess they need to get a little bit more bigger. I'll take one of these real quick and flip the camera. Pretty sweet. This one, I think this was a jalapeno hybrid. Seems actually run pretty well. I was gonna take it off, but I'm just gonna let it grow in. Might need it in another 2 weeks or something like that. It's another Buena Mulata. Like I said, the Buena Mulatas are growing very quickly when it comes to juicy fruits. So out of all my pepper plants, I would definitely say what I have noticed about all of them, Buena Mulatas produced it. Well, I'm not saying this is a fact. This is just the ones I grew personally. The Buena Mulata's been producing peppers on like literally regularly ever since the flowers started going. They're coming out and they get pretty long fast because it's only been like I say like 4 days to a week, and they already like at least about I give it like an inch and a half at the most, going on 2 inches. So this one right here, what is this? This is one of my sugar rushes. I've never seen stems that long. So sugar rushes are definitely coming in, and they're coming in by the bunch. And this is the first time I started pepper plants this early in the year. Remember last year, if anybody that was here early in the season from when I first started the channel, I actually started these after May, going into June, and they were around this size producing no peppers. So by the time we were here around August, I was getting like, off of one pepper plant, I was getting at least 30 peppers a plant. So they were in like tubs like this, but they were clay pots. So this is my first time using grow bags. And noticing with the grow bags, you need to water a little bit more. And what you normally would do with clay pots. Clay pots do a lot of things too, but grow bags you see, a lot more. So yeah, things are looking good. We got the sunflowers for the fun, going in, beer. Pepper plant, I call this the mystery pepper plant, which I don't know what this is yet, but I have put it in my own vegan garden system. So yep, got that going on. And this is pretty much like the big Black Panther on the pepper plant. So, but I was looking at this thing right here, it's getting bigger and bigger. I didn't top it at all, so I'm gonna let this go and see what I'm gonna get out of this. So this is probably gonna be my biggest pepper plant out of every one of them. So I got high hopes for the Black Panther pepper. Scoville units on that is probably like almost equal to the ghost pepper or the pepper X. But one thing I don't want to do, I don't want to overdo the boundaries on that, because I want to make hot sauces, and I think pepper X would be a little bit too much for things like that. So yep. But I guess before I go, let me take y'all to the backyard. Take you to the back. Yeah, it's time to water that mint. Now that it's warm, mint needs to be watered every other day now. So compared to when it was cold, I didn't have to bother for almost a week, maybe 2 at the most. But this thing is definitely, yeah, the heat has it drinking. But yeah, and about the Kahari now, y'all. That thing's really putting on. Alright, let's go ahead on and see. Oh man, those Buena Mulatas are so good. Look at that. And this one too. Also. Yep. Everything's definitely going good. Alright, let's go ahead and see what's going on. What was this one again? That's the sweet. Okay. Let's see what's going on back here, y'all. Yeah, a lot of work's been getting done in the back. So the radishes, I must not be getting enough sunlight, or either I did a more nitrogen than was needed, because I got a lot of leafy green growth. Y'all can see, but the radishes have been growing though. I have been getting radishes. I just have a lot that's been giving me just leaves. So I guess what I'm gonna do, if they're not really producing fruit in the next 2 weeks or in a week, I'm just gonna take these and freeze the leaves and probably stir fry them or something like that. So yeah, I got mustard greens growing pretty good right now. Some baby mustard greens for, mini salads. Got some dill weed growing. More radishes, as you can see. I kind of like radishes a lot, because I make a lot of pickled radishes and chili pickled radishes. So this one's finally trying to bulb instead of being just a red root. A lot of the problems I'm having is this. That's what they want to do. They just want to be where the bulb is supposed to form. They're just turning into a root and just growing taller. So instead of it being a red bulb, it just turns into a long red line. So this is what I get out of the radishes. But all my cilantro is definitely flowering. So I started putting it in the trellis, because this thing was just laying down. It's not standing up like this one and the other one over there. Everything is definitely standing up. Planted me some lettuces, of course. I think this is arugula, I like to say. So I planted me some arugula, and I have that going on. Of course, more red mustard is going on right here. But pretty much I tried to make this thing fully radish garden, but I mean, who cares? I just started putting even more stuff like salads, radish, and herbs. I got the Swiss chard over here, which I just got a couple of snips like last week. And right here is the Swiss chard growing again. So hopefully that comes out probably in like the next 2 weeks. I have me some Swiss chard fully growing now. It's warm. The ground is not so cold, so everything is definitely growing. Yeah, I covered that spot right here. I said I moved it. This was another thing I was working on. Yeah, I had to do a lot of bagging. I'm about to throw a lot of stuff away now, but blam. So yeah, I made me a this is a 10 by 8. I want to say 10 by 8, 10 by 7.5. And this bed right here consists of, right here the kohlrabies just started growing. So we got kohlrabies growing up here. And then we got the these are the black seed lettuces. Those are growing. I'm gonna have to do a lot of what do you call that? I'm gonna have to do a lot of cutting, because yeah, that's gonna be a lot of lettuce close together. So I'm gonna be doing a lot of that in like the next week or two, so I can get bigger lettuces. This is a Tom Thumbs. This is another black seed row right here. The black seed actually sprouts way more quicker than the Tom Thumbs. And I have plenty of Tom Thumb, but you can see in this row is not as full as this. This is black seed, Tom Thumb. This is black seed. This is Tom Thumb. So everything's looking good over here. It should be bib lettuce that I got going on. So bib lettuce is gonna be looking pretty nice. So yeah, we got that to go from. So I guess pretty much everything is looking good. Park garden go for the year. So we got plenty of lettuce, plenty of peppers about to start growing. Salad greens, even microgreens. Cause remember I have that potato patch growing, all that stuff. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of thinning out in the next week. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of thinning out. This right here having to be some romaine lettuce that I had grabbed from the store, and it started to flower. So this thing is done in its season. This thing don't want to grow no more lettuce. It wants to flower. So in like a week, I'll probably just throw that in a salad bowl or something like that. So cutting everything down for like extra wood, for the shady areas. Hard to get some light through here. But we definitely don't want to, yeah, we don't want to cut down like that though. But yeah, everybody, Growin Flavs of Fire. Just wanted to go ahead and give y'all a snippet of what's going on. It's 15 minutes. I'll probably edit this thing down. Hopefully, YouTube will let me post this live and let me edit it before I post it. But yep, y'all, we got it going on. We got it looking good this year. I mean, well, after the cleanup, it'll be looking even better. So here's what they expect. This is the back. I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all see the front before I go. Yep. So see. And I got another square right there ready to go and get used for another bed. Maybe try to do some kale or something like that. But, yep. I wish I was the best power player. Alright, everybody. Growin Flavs on fire, and this is what's going on. Just wanted to give y'all an update. It's been a minute. We out.